You want the details, you can look on my page. Valley, what's up? Illuminati. Blows like a 12-gauge shotty. All for your body. What's good, Mar? Feel me? Tafari, what's good? Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? I'm doing my best. I'm always doing my best. Yeah, you know they gonna feel what they feel. My thing is, how is motherfuckers responding to some shit that ain't even dropped? That's what I be so confused about. Niggas was doing that when I just said I was writing a letter. They ain't heard shit but 17 seconds, and they like, you know what I'm saying, make sure you don't, you know what I'm saying, disrespect the man who did all this. Listen. I fear Allah. That's it. If there's anybody that fears the Most High. Somebody asked me, what are you afraid of? I said, fear. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of whatever version of me is afraid. That's terrifying. You're dealing with somebody who literally will choose death over imprisonment. I'm different. You're not going to be able to listen, you ain't going to do it to me. You're not doing it to me. You ain't doing it to me. You can pull whatever cards you want to pull. I know I always have the ability to stop my own self from breathing. I can do it. Before I go into the belly of the beast and serve time out as a prisoner up under them, I will delete myself from this realm. That's first. Which means what? This one has no fear of death. So without fear of death, what else is there? I could say what I wanted to say. If I said something that you took to be the wrong way, so what? You more upset with me than Vlad? Go check Vlad. You more upset with me than all these people who got these news stations? Go check them. They've been speaking out against Farrakhan since before I was born. People done wrote books on Farrakhan since before I was born. Before there was ever a yay being referred to as anti-Semitic, they called Farrakhan anti-Semitic. Go check everybody who called him that. You always think you can check the one who you don't think is a problem for real, but you think is a problem. No, if I was going to say something, I could say what I want to say. This whole bully shit is over with, bro. No, I can talk, I can speak, and I can ask Farrakhan questions. I've been asking y'all to get me a call with him for a long time. But unless I'm Golden Child or unless I'm Brother Ben, y'all ain't even going to put my name through there. So what do? I use the only other platform that I have access to get the message out. You understand? Until then, until you use your platform, they'll ignore you. People will act like you ain't here. You can't tell me Farrakhan don't know who I am. And if he does, he doesn't know, that's a problem. That's a major problem. That's why I started off by saying, I speak the truth. They trying to, right? I said no protection unless you are part of NOI. That shouldn't be that way. If you see any type of leaders coming up, y'all should at least offer to protect him or her. There should be at least an offer. But if I ain't in the bow tie, if I ain't in the suit, if I ain't got the final calling in my hand, if I ain't running around with the bean pies, then ain't nobody reaching out and say, yo, we going to protect you. We going to do everything we can. No, what's going to happen is if there was something that happened to me, we'll see all these same people coming out and saying that's not right. We got to stop this shit. You know what I mean? We got to stick together. Yo, everybody got to be NOI. They going to use it for their commercial. You think I'm fucking stupid? No, I was taught to have respect, not to be an imbecile. These people eat, they drink, they shit. That's what they do. That's what Farrakhan does. That's what all the people who walk with him do. That's what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad did. That's what I do. That's what Malachi does. What are you talking about? You act like I'm supposed to be afraid to ask questions. Like, first of all, how is Malachi forgotten? Then everybody want to send me the same clip, say, Farrakhan talked about Dr. York. Farrakhan talked about Dr. York. Montel Williams talked about Dr. York. Fucking Alex Jones talked about Dr. York. Steve Harvey talked about Dr. York. You understand? Why you telling me about what he can do as far as talking about somebody, and in the same breath gonna tell me this is one of the most powerful leaders in the War of Armageddon? Okay, as one of the most powerful leaders in the War of Armageddon, why is one of his brothers still held prisoner as a prisoner of war? Why? And you can't tell me that ain't one of his brothers. You can't. Because they supposed to be on the same side. Fighting for the same cause, up under the same rulers, up under the same leaders, up under the same God, up under the same source. So I do got questions, and nobody can answer the question, then be quiet then. But you can't tell me that what I have to ask ain't important. I'm 25 years old. Do the math. I'm 25. Sound familiar? Somebody questioned y'all before, and y'all ignored them. Somebody stood up before, and y'all ignored him. But as soon as he died, everybody spoke on his behalf and said, oh, no, this got to stop. We got to help him. Soon as he died, though. But when he was alive, you was worried about him cussing, which is why in the letter I say I didn't cuss one time in this letter. Is that what it takes for y'all to hear us? We can't cuss. We can't cuss. When somebody pull a gun on you right now, the first word gonna be out your mouth is, oh, shit. Well, we in a situation where a gun been pulled on us, and people worried about us cussing, and worried about us sagging. How about be worried about the fact that sagging became a fashion statement because y'all didn't do what was necessary to stop it from becoming one? Constantly want to bring up how sagging started in the prison and not looking at the fact that it's 13-year-olds sagging today who ain't never been to prison. How? It's a disconnect. You understand? What is a conductor for if they ain't going to conduct? I have the right to question. And I don't know why everybody feel the need to speak on behalf of Farrakhan when Farrakhan is not in prison. He's not in prison. He ain't been in prison for a long time. He ain't been in prison. But this makes the 22nd year that Dr. Malachi York has been in prison. 22 years. Think about that. You telling somebody to be quiet who was 4 years old when Dr. Malachi York was arrested, saw the arrest take place, witnessed all of the talks and waited for somebody to help him since he was 4 years old, and at 5 years old said he gonna fight. And you think you got something to say to me now? You think you can say something to me now? I waited my whole life to ask these questions. I waited my whole life to ask the Nation of Islam, why did they ignore the most honorable Elijah Muhammad when he told you to look out for the one who was going to come with the knowledge of the Lamb? And Dr. York came with the book of the Lamb, and on the front of that book, he said, to whom it may concern, whom it may concern, I have arrived. He said, fear no longer, I have arrived. Go look it up, the book of the Lamb. L-A-A-M. To whom it may concern, fear no longer, I have arrived. Y'all looked over that book like you didn't see it. You looked over his movement like you didn't see it until he got arrested. Then we could have somebody say, oh, they locked Malachi York up. They saw his movement. You saw his movement. Y'all saw his movement. That's why they were supposed to come together. And then if we don't have Dr. Malachi York out here, right, then the question is, why didn't the Ansars join forces with the NOI? I got questions. Why didn't the Nuwapians join forces with the NOI? Or vice versa? I got questions. This is why I don't believe in the black fight. I believe it's all bullshit. I believe it's been bullshit for a long time. Seem like more people keep believing that they impressed as other people keep getting richer and richer and buying more land and getting more food for their own people, getting more jobs for their own people, while everybody else on the outskirts of it is just thinking that they fighting for us. Somehow their fight for us constitutes their being aware or able about this living the American dream. Fast starts tomorrow, yeah. 12 a.m. Actually, yeah, 12 a.m. A few hours from now. The 17th. You with me? So you talking to the child, telling him to be quiet. That makes no sense. It's not no fight against melanin people all over. I think it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I think that's one of the, that's a traumatic pathos approach. Has nothing to do with that. You can ask questions in the comments. I see you. It's all bullshit. Once you get into that side, that right knowledge side, you can see all the games. You're like, wait a minute now. Y'all telling me it's been 2 decades? It's been 2 decades. Why do I say it's all bullshit? Because after Dr. York, there has been no progress. That's why it's bullshit. After they locked him up, the Sheriff Seals said there will be no more leaders that they got to worry about. Why did he think he could say that? Sheriff, little sheriff of Putnam County. This is on the WapianFacts.com. Go look it up. He said he didn't have to worry about anybody else. How did George Bush, Sonny Perdue, it was George Bush, Sonny Perdue, and Sheriff Seals that all was saying, that's it, that was the big fish that needed to be caught. How? And y'all still out here talking about some black people this, black people that. Come on now. If I ask any of the people from my hoods growing up, when the last time they seen the FOI? First of all, after they get through asking me who and what the fuck that is, they gonna be like, never. They've never seen the fruit. We see the salespersons, but we've never seen the fruit. Only time we see the FOI is if they demonstrating in Chicago. Only time we seen the FBI or the FOI, that's crazy. Only time we seen the FOI is if it's on our phone screens. We ain't seen them in our hoods. And you can't tell me that's not valid because I'm from there. And it should not be no one occurrence where I say, oh, there they go. Look, mama, the thing that they call the fruit, that should be there every day. That's why I said in the Survive song, I don't see why we can't police our own community called Farrakhan. I didn't disrespect him. I said, let's talk to him. What's a leader that can't be approached or reproached? What's the leader that can't be accosted? What's a leader that can't be questioned? You want to know what that's called? A dictator. And you want to know what I'm called? A rebel. We fear no dictatorship. You make no threat to me in the politest of ways by saying be careful. You be careful. Fuck is you talking about? You be careful. I'm one of them. You be careful. Why would you tell somebody that? That's been on this shit since he was 5 years old. Never strayed away. Been in the prisons teaching. Been on the TED Talks. Been in the hood, in the Lion's Den teaching. No security. Nobody surrounded him. He go out, he don't have nobody on detail. He has no perimeter. How could you tell somebody who really in the trenches to stop speaking? When it's my speaking that opened the door for more people to look over where y'all at. When it was me waging war on the beast out in the open as a young person, that opened the door for all y'all new, even NOI rappers to step in and use it. The Christian rappers have stepped in and used it. What is it? Oh, it's about God. I'ma use the street sound. I'ma make Christian drill. I'ma make Muslim drill. Who opened the door for that? Who did it? So what did Farrakhan mean when he say it's gonna take an enlightened rapper? An enlightened rapper is gonna be the one that can reach the masses. What do you mean by that? Which enlightened rapper is he talking about? Because everybody rushing to be the one because you think he might be talking. Who is he actually talking about? It's one thing to think you reaching people. It's another thing to actually be reaching people. Because what would have happened if Pac wasn't killed at 25? I'm 25. Don't all of this sound so familiar? Don't it seem like the same song and dance? There was a man, Tupac Amaru Shakur, who stood up to all injustice. His people shut him down. His people shot him down. He was accused falsely. His people didn't support him. He went into the belly of the beast. They sent one of the devils in to free him. They put him on death row. He knew what was going on. And what'd he say? His message was, I ain't mad at you. Put on all white and got ready. You can't scare me. We've already seen death. You can't scare me. Nobody think they could talk to or get a message from Farrakhan. How is that a leader? The people want to hear the conversation happen between Farrakhan and Faise One. They want to hear it because Faise One stand right there in front of a door leading to a whole other generation of youth that you can't hear. Listen. You can't even hear them. What are their concerns? What are they trying to say to you? What does their behavior mean? What does their lingo mean? Why is it their lingo? I reached out to many people. I said, I want to speak to Farrakhan for censorship for years. Don't tell me Farrakhan can't talk to rappers. When Farrakhan was right there with Diddy, he was right there with Jeezy, and interestingly enough, Farrakhan found a way to talk to Young Thug. He found a way. Thug was able to talk to him. He talked to him, took pictures with him. There's a video. I remember seeing this as a young dude. And I remember thinking to myself, while almost yelling at the screen, that nigga a part of the fucking problem. Jeezy a part of the problem. Diddy a part of the problem. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. So then it's all coming out. Then he says it's going to take an enlightened rapper. Oh, no, y'all don't have no fucking choice. He gon' hear me. We tired of asking y'all. If we can't get the fruit in every neighborhood, we don't need the fruit. They can retire their suits. I don't want soldiers who can just put on demonstrations well. I don't want soldiers who just know the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's signature back and forth. No, we need you. But only if you gonna help. And if you were doing enough, somebody who out here in this field wouldn't say more needs to be done with what you're able to do. I'm on live right now talking. Don't tell me that Farrakhan can do that. When I don't have 10 million soldiers I can call right now and deploy 10 million soldiers. It's not 10 million states. It's only 50 states. Let's do a little math. There are only 50 states, 10 million soldiers. You understand? You can put 100,000, 200,000 spread out in each of these neighborhoods. Have the fruit show up. That's why in the song I say, I want to see fruit on every block, or what them soldiers for. Don't you know they shoot on every block? It's time to go to war. Who would be able to make the gang violence go down other than the fruit? Don't tell me we got the fruit of Islam just to protect Farrakhan and the NOI, which I respected, because you know the women need protection. They're not gonna let nothing happen to their women. They're not gonna let nothing happen to their men. I respect that. And they're not going to let nothing happen to Farrakhan. I respect that. How did something happen to Malcolm? How were they able to get that close up on Malcolm? How did that happen? How? You with me? It's real dirty. This shit get deep, dark, and dirty. You can't separate from the NOI. That's the point. Listen to what you just said. You can't separate from them. They're melanin-dominant people in America. What did he move to Canada? He shopped at the same stores they shopped at. He went to the same movie theaters they went to. He paid the same taxes they paid. How you going to separate from the NOI just because you're no longer saying that your teachings are coming from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is also a man? You can't separate. No, they chose not to protect him. Well, you got ex-presidents to this day that still got Secret Service around them. Still. Somebody don't want to push the teachers no more. He challenging what is being taught. And that ain't your brother. Not only is that not your brother, y'all kill him. Infiltration or not. Infiltration or not. We don't see that. We see what we saw. And I know what he said. He said if they killed me, it was the FBI or the NOI or both. That's what he said. You could tell a dead man's story, but only a dead man could have told his story. I believe him. I have the right to believe him. I believe him. And I know what people said. I know things were said. Say, if you speak out against the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, you're worthy of death. I know an OG right now in the hood that if a nigga speak out against him and he say around the little straps or the soldiers, if you don't know what that is, if he say, oh, that nigga might wind up dead. He fucking around. He speaking out against me, speaking out against the OG. His ass might come up missing. He gonna be dead. He gonna be dead. That's that whispering shit. He gonna be dead. So with power come a lot of responsibility. Don't tell me the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan hasn't grown when if you would have asked him right now, If he would have said that same thing back then, that he said back then, if he would say that again, if he could go back, most likely he would tell you no, that he would not have said that against his brother. So don't tell me there's no room for growth. And if there's room for growth, then there's room for growth now. That's our brother, Malcolm. Don't just celebrate his day or kind of celebrate his day on May 19th. We acknowledge Savior's Day. I wonder why the most major celebration isn't on October 7th. I still acknowledge Savior's Day. I attended the Swan Song. We tap in with the leaders that y'all say is supposed to be the ones still holding that line. What I didn't see was on June 26th, nobody didn't even say happy birthday to Dr. York, let alone acknowledge it as a Savior's Day. Didn't even acknowledge it. So don't tell me about him saying his name once. Don't tell me about no Rashad Jamal saying his name once. We in trouble. A heap of it. You see how quiet your government is? You ain't learned nothing from history, have you? You with me? I don't think we made to rule either. I agree with you on that. I don't think men's supposed to be in charge of this shit. We fucked it up. We fucked it all up. And if we were supposed to be in charge, we were supposed to have a counterpart. I don't think it was ever supposed to just be a father, a patriarchy alone. It fucked everything up. You with me? So I'm the only one person who can come out with a letter to Farrakhan, if you haven't noticed, by the way. Because everybody else going to be too damn biased. Or they might get too disrespectful. Or they might be too fanned out. It's going to be one or the other. It's an extreme. They're not able to stand there in that center and be like, everything I'm about to say is true. I dare you. I dare you to contest it. That's all I dare you to do is contest what I actually say. Don't respond to the letter just to respond to the letter. Contest every point I brought out in the letter. I didn't go into all the stuff Pops went into a long time ago. I didn't do none of that. Could have, but I didn't. I didn't speak about Wallace. I didn't speak about Farad. I didn't speak about none of that. I didn't go into any of the stuff that took place. We're familiar with the lessons. We respect the lessons. All that's already been done. All I'm asking now is that to the Minister Farrakhan, is Dr. Malachi York, L, your brother? That's what we asking. Is that your brother? And if that's your brother, why so quiet? That's it. Why so quiet about your brother being in the belly of the beast at a very important point in a very important hour? When all you have to do is say the word, and these 10 million NOI brothers and sisters will stop acting like they don't know who he is. All you have to do is say the word, and they'll stop acting like they don't know. And the moment they stop acting like they don't know who he is, they will help. And I know the NOI get shit done. I know they would not have allowed the minister to suffer that fate longer than a year. that they would have made enough noise. They would have had to let Farrakhan out. They would have got enough people involved, enough lawyers involved, raised enough funds. What? There would have been an immediate war on the legal system. Immediate. So just as you had Malcolm as your brother, who may have had different ideas, and he was allowed to be slaughtered by the hands of whichever beast, what is to become of Dr. Malachi Z. York? Because let me tell you this right here. He has to come out of there alive. He has to walk out of that prison alive. My whole life has been dedicated to making sure that people know who that is, what took place, and why I'm here, which goes back to that point A, who that is, and what took place, and why I'm here, which goes back to that point. So do the math. He got to walk out of there alive, or the whole rest of my life will be dedicated to go back to point A. They will know who that is. Nobody is beyond reproach. There is not a single soul that I fear. Nobody. No one. All names have been called. All pillars have begun to fall. All who denied him are tasting their own judgment swiftly. Swiftly. And so the question is put out. Is that your brother? If it's your brother, then why abandon him? That don't mean you got to surround Colorado. I'm not telling anybody to do that. That's not smart. I'm saying the platforms are major enough. What's more important than him being in there right now? What's more important when if you go listen to Farrakhan, what he say? He asked the question as the government was supposed to be asking it. Sounded familiar to me. Is that the Messiah? Trumped up charges. That's what he said. Put brother in jail. Okay? Farrakhan, that mean you know the charges is trumped up. Farrakhan, that mean you privy to the transcript. Farrakhan, that mean you privy to the case. If you know they trumped up charges, and you know that that's what they do to people who were coming to save a people, why won't you help him? Why won't you help him? Why not? I can't ask the Nuwabians why they won't help him. Them the same motherfuckers who a lot of them want him to be in there. Ain't that fucked up? A lot of them wanted him to be in there because they can ride off the information and mobilize with it and monetize it and start their own little cliques and branch offs, and they want him in there. As soon as when he stepped out, what can they do? They can't do the same shit. But they wanted him in there. They wanted him unwell. That's what's so fucked up. So if the question is, why not ask his followers? His followers is the fucking problem. They the problem. They still throwing balls and shit. I read with my own eyes that Dr. York said, I read his own words is what I'm saying. It was a letter. I won't say to who. Only name I never say. Right? He said, they sending me all these postcards. This is what Pops was saying from in prison. I was 16 when I read this. Or 15, one of them. He said, they sending me all these postcards of them having fun at the balls and all this other stuff. And he said, I'm not having fun. He said, I'm in prison. He said, they sending these pictures with them smiling like this is supposed to make me feel better. He said, but I'm still in the belly of the beast. He literally said it. You with me? But everybody got time to throw parties and shit. Literally sometimes. I know there are Nuwaubian lawyers. I know there are. Nuwaubian paralegals. I know they are. Only reason why I'm not saying Sabian because I don't know what the fuck them people got going on. I have no idea. I'd have been in their temples. I'd have been around them. The shit is dark and weird, and it's too many witches and warlocks floating around. It's like, if I go around them, it's going to be war. That's how many warlocks and witches it is, because we don't just go around just to be around each other. If you Amberlight, I'm fighting. So I don't go around them. There's too many of them. If it was one, we could just point up and say, yeah, that guy got to get up out of here. But you go in and it's the motherfucker sitting there teaching. It's the motherfucker at the drawing board. It's the motherfucker who owned the building. Oh, I can't be around. I remember when they had the clan mother, she was supposed to invite me as a guest. I showed up. Some shit went down. If y'all remember, y'all was there. When the Nuwaubian Grand Lodge members, 2 of them, who were out of garb on Pop's birthday, take note of that, because he told you that's how you know who the agents are. They show up and they don't want to wear the garb. They do their own thing. I went in garb. I literally requested garb so that I could attend. Right? The Nuwaubian Grand Lodge members stepped to me. And they couldn't say I wasn't a Mason, so they couldn't have an issue with that because I had all the answers for them. Matter of fact, they approached me in front of eavesdroppers, and I was like, this is not how we do this. I said, it's eavesdroppers. He said, okay, we stepped over, and the 2 of them continued. And they couldn't have an issue with the Masonry because I was able to talk with them and walk with them. So the issue was I wasn't with Prince Hall. Right? They said, why did you choose Scottish Rite? I said, I ain't choose Scottish Rite. Scottish Rite chose me. I didn't land on Scottish Rite. Scottish Rite landed on me. I'm serious, though. The 2 twins who helped me travel literally came to me as a 16-year-old. I didn't go to them. I didn't knock on the door. I didn't even ask, if you get what I'm saying. They just came to me and said, we want to talk to you about the square. Okay, they just so happen to be Scottish Rite. All right, boom. So Masonry is literally, I've been there and done that. Little did I know niggas hold on to that badge till they die. They like, this is their whole life. I'm like, it's too many other schools on this planet for me to make that my whole fucking life. Been there, done that Masonry. So them niggas was like, why you didn't go Prince Hall? Then they started saying, you think you better than us? You think you above the lodge? I'm like, when the fuck did I say any of that? Till one of them, keep in mind, we had an event where it's all family. We had a big ass park in Snellville. It's all supposed to be family, right? And all the children is running around. All the elders is sitting around. You got the little stage set up. You got the tent set up. People selling their products. Okay. Boom. All that go into my mind because one of them got wrong and stepped close to me and was like, I don't want to hurt you. Look, bro, I don't want to hurt you. I said, whoa, wait a minute. He said, you're going to have to take that off because I don't want to hurt you. I reached for my hip. I said, nobody's going to get hurt. That's when the elder stood up like, whoa, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Da, da, da. I said, nobody going to get hurt, not even you, family. It's your lucky day. And I wasn't even there by myself. Because something told me, for one, don't go empty-handed, even around people who you think is supposed to be family. And for two, don't go empty-handed. You feel what I'm saying? No, nobody's going to get hurt, not even you. Today, your lucky day. You feel what I'm saying? Those are the Sabians. The clan mother, she got there because we got her on the phone. Immediately, as a matter of fact, I didn't get her on the phone. Somebody got her on the phone. She requested to speak to me. Niggas don't even be knowing who is who or why we there. Clan mother requested to speak to me. She said, you're my guest. You don't leave. I'm coming right now. I don't know what they did, what they said. You don't leave because I'm about to go. I'm coming right now. She came and did nothing. She came. Everybody did the little Wakanda shit. They crossed their fists around the fucking chest, bowing and shouting. I said, that's okay. She walked up to me. I'm trying to talk to her. She doing that thing where people moving stuff around and looking at other people. I'm like, yo, listen, this is important. You know what I mean? And after she heard what the shit was about, she said, oh, that's the brothers thing. The lodge is over that. I don't have anything to do with that. Why are you clan mother? Because even if that was the brothers thing, you would have made sure, you would have saw to it that whoever threatened your guest was retired for the day. You would have saw to it. So no, and that same clan mother told everybody that 2023 was the last pickup year. Told everybody 2023 would be the year that the vortex opened, the crafts come through, everybody go up in some crafts, and they leave. It's 2024. Did anybody see such event take place? Now, if you're the clan mother and you still here, that's a problem. And if you're a clan mother and you saying stuff like that and you're wrong, that's another problem. That's why I asked all the other people who was going around spreading that, who said that? Who said 2023? Who said it? Because I got the holy tablets right here. I want you to lie. Pops ain't say nothing about no 2023. So who started pushing that? So no, it's too much confusion amongst them. You can't go to them. Not right now. That got to be cleaned up. And when I brought up we got too many agents, they said I was being negative. I said, okay, so was Pops being negative when he brought it up? Because he said it was spies amongst us. Was he being negative or was he letting y'all know? So the reason why I write these letters is, for one, the mass attention that it can garner for a conversation to start. Y'all know that letter to Sexy Red got 100,000 views, the music video? That's our first music video that has 100,000 views. Right? If you get how important that is, you'll see why I'm saying this. Right? Well, if you see why I'm saying this, you'll get how important that is. That conversation is way deeper than Sexy Red. Go listen to it. It's way deeper than Sexy Red. The points is like all over the world about the sisters and the condition. And it started to catch people's ear that are in the mainstream field. Why? Because Sexy Red is attached to it. Don't you get what I'm doing? Right? NOI members, it is okay to understand that y'all have been so wrapped up in what y'all are doing that you've forgotten about what real life is out here. It's okay to acknowledge that. You understand? NOI members, it is okay to acknowledge that you have become so absorbed in the movement that is Farrakhan that you've forgotten the movement that is Allah. You ain't the first people to do it. The Christians did it to Jesus. The Muslims did it to Muhammad. Hell, the Nuwapians did it to Malachi. Because the work of the Most High spreads out amongst your whole planet. The whole plane. So, as we approach these final minutes in this amazing hour, this great hour, as the moment of truth rolls around, remember what I said. If you've been with me, you remember this. Because I told y'all in 2021 when Tupac turned 50, right? They invited me to perform for his birthday. Who remembers that? And I went in to the altered state because my Umi kept pulling cards. And the cards kept saying deception. They kept saying death. And she got nervous as we got to the last 3 days before the performance. And she told me, she said, I didn't want to approach you with this just as your mother. She said, so I kept pulling them. She said, but every card keeps saying the same thing. So I don't know if you should go perform. This was 2021. Right? I said, no, you're not just coming as a mother. You're coming as somebody in tune because I've been getting the same feelings. They had already given me the deposit and everything. Right? She said, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go in and ask yourself, go ask for yourself if you're supposed to go perform. Because it was a big deal. I told the brother, because it was Brother Blue Pill that brought the opportunity. Right? I told the brother who was over it, 50 Black Roses, I told him, I said, yeah, we can do this. I said, because he wanted me to do a 30-minute set. I said, I'll do it. I said, also, I can do a phone call. I said, I'll go behind the stage and I'll have you on the phone and we'll get Tupac on the phone. He said, you can do that? I said, yeah. And I did the Tupac impression and voice. I channeled it through for him. And he was like, yo, he said, I ain't never heard no shit like that. He said, what? He said, yo, you sound just like Pac. He said, now that I think about it, you remind me of Pac. I said, yeah. I said, it'll be great. We'll do it, da-da-da-da, woot-da-woot. So, okay, cool. He sent the deposit. Boom. I went in my room, which at the time only had an altar and a love seat in it. I had some prayer beads that I received directly from the monks. I took those prayer beads, 108 beads worth, wrapped them around my hand, and wrapped the other end around the leg of my altar. Connected myself to the altar, went up under it. All right. And it was around my left hand, if you want to know. That helps you receive. If you're not familiar, that's fine. One day, all these sciences will be clearer. Okay. And I took the deep breaths. I felt the warping, and I leaned into it. And that's when they showed me what was going to take place if I performed. And it was some gunshots, but I thought it was fireworks at first. But it was gunshots, and I felt holes in my chest. And I felt what I thought was water, but it was obviously blood floating over. And keep in mind, I'm laying on my back. And I came back, and I said, yeah, I can't go. I can't do it. So I hit bro up. I said, yo, I'm about to send you the deposit back. You know, I can't do the show. You know, I'm sorry for it being such last minute. And I hit up Blue Pill and was like, yo, I can't do the show. Something's wrong. I can't go. He said, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. The ancestor said something to me also. He said, but, you know, you should listen to it. And, you know, I think they wound up going, which was fine. They weren't in no type of danger. But I noticed that, you know, when people do like promo for the shows and they tag you in it, especially motherfuckers looking for you, which is why I don't do shows. It's easy. It's like they just show up where the fuck you at. And niggas who on the job, they don't care nothing about no bystanders or none of that shit. Or no, they on the job. You know? So, yeah, he turned 50 that year. And I was like, damn, I said, that's 25 years after he passed. They try to swoop around, lure you in, I'm talking to myself, and take you out. So if you've been with me, what did I say? I said, y'all, here's what's about to happen. This was like July and May, June, and July, I was saying it, of last year, before the solstice and around the solstice. I said, the gears are turning. I'm about to turn 25. I said, that's when they're going to start coming for me harder. That's when they're going to really be on the prowl. And there's going to be a haste to get rid of me. I said, because me making it to 26 will turn another gear. Remember I said that. Now look, y'all, if you've been paying attention, wasn't I telling you the truth? So NOI members, it ain't even wise to say stuff like, be careful right now. To me, that's not wise. It don't even look good on your part where the brother that you're telling to be careful just for asking questions of the minister has people that want him gone. People that have mobilized monies. Assassins. To have him removed. And the best you can offer when all he's asking is, where is his protection? Where is his help? And where's the movement? All you can offer is that he be careful for asking that. That's the best you have. That he need to watch his mouth. You understand? I see you, Ali. Listen, in due time, watch this. The Most High can protect me. Only the Most High can really protect me. Only God can really protect me. So don't get what I'm saying misconstrued. You want to protect me? Love God. Because if you love God, you'll love his son. You want to protect me? Don't make it about me. I'm only a figment. If you make it about me, we lose. You want to protect me? Hear what I'm saying. That's how you protect me. Hear me and make more of me. Not more Faise Ones, more people who are willing to just stand on truth, not this bias shit, not this business shit. The truth, the unadulterated, undeniable truth. That's how you help me. That's how you protect me. You say, nah, he ain't saying nothing wrong. Now I know it make niggas uneasy, say, who is this young brother coming out talking against the minister? I never talked against him. If you listen to the fucking letter, you ain't heard the letter yet. Are we not allowed to write them? It's a letter. It does not say Farrakhan diss. It says letter to Farrakhan. If you don't believe me, go look. It says, I'll show you. It says letter to Farrakhan. It's a letter. Are we not allowed to write him? This is a leader. This is a Messiah. This is a voice of a damn people. This is a cleric. This is a pastor. I can't write him. You with me? So, nothing has been forgotten. But I pity the NOI members who stand by and let other NOI members say that I need to be careful. No, y'all should stand out and say, no, he ain't disrespected the minister. He has the right to ask questions. People done did a lot worse than that. And y'all act like they ain't say shit. It's people who done completely disrespected Farrakhan. And they walk around like ain't nothing. Did young Pharaoh have to be careful? He completely disrespected the minister. We were taught not to do that, so rest assured. When I've heard people disrespect Dr. York who are from the nation, we were taught to not disrespect the minister. Rest assured. We were taught not to disrespect Clarence, 13X, Prophet Allah, Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, any of the leaders who came. We were taught, don't disrespect them. And don't keep talking about how they went wrong, if they ever did. That's what we were taught. We done with 19 Keys. 19 Keys has been exposed. There's a class on it. Phase 1, 19 Keys exposed. It's what it was. You got to watch it to really even get it, because you think that I'm just somebody making an exposed video. You got to go watch it. Because 19, it's not about him. It's not about any of these people. Ain't y'all tired of these same ass names? Aren't we tired? It's like you give a nigga, you give him a bat, he go up. He done swung at this shit 27,000 times. You still sitting there talking about, all right now, this our best one, y'all. This our best one. Just wait, we know it. Hey, no. Listen. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get what it takes to be on that diamond. So that's 27,000 two times. No, you just a hater. Then I pull up the stats of this other man who been at bat. I say he hit every ball. Every pitch secured. He was striking niggas out. He was hitting every base. He played every position up to the 9th inning. The big inning. Pretty much last season. Right? And you say, no, these are the ones. I'm tired. I'm tired of that same ass conversation. I'm not one of them who gonna spend his life trying to talk about some shit people should have been figured out. We done. If I say 19 Keys exposed, you don't see a video come out and say 19 Keys exposed again. You with me? You don't see a video come out say Drake exposed again. Beyonce exposed again. No, if I exposed it, it was for a reason. That particular time period. And it was supposed to show you the inside of what they represent. So that's the answer to that. 19 Keys is not capable of helping anybody as a person. When it comes to this conscious movement, they're not capable. They're not able to deliver a people. What? Come on now. 19 Keys is trying to mirror the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's his business plan. Mirror Elijah Muhammad. This generation doesn't have an Elijah Muhammad, so they say, ooh, this is new. Except Honorable Elijah Muhammad actually put together an entire movement. He didn't ride off one that already existed. He brought a movement to the scene. That's why I say, why they still wearing the moon symbols on their head? There's a lot of niggas like Bashir them. I know them niggas be watching and paying attention because they were watching and paying attention before this. But they can't align with me because I done called certain shit out. But y'all, that only make you weaker to me. It only makes you weaker. That if you can't see the truth, regardless of who's speaking it or who is being spoken about, you ain't strong. You with me? Why y'all still wearing the moons? Moon over with. It been over. I showed people what was never shown before. That the Qaaf symbol, Qaaf symbol or letter, is the crescent moon with the star of Islam. And it's short of kafir. And kafir was saying cover. Kafir, cover. Go look it up. I broke this type of stuff down. And Hilal means crescent. And Halal is the devil. And Halan, which is hell or Haley, means to cover up or to conceal. And they said that people would have the mark of the beast on their forehead. They also said they'll have the symbol of the Qaaf on their forehead. You living in that day and time, and I'm saying, there go right over there, y'all. There go. Write it up. Okay, cool. What's next? What else y'all need? There goes a mark of the beast right in front of you. The fucking moon. Baphomet. Pan. I said, why is Brother Panic telling people to go to Baphomet? I said, I don't know why. I said, but he ain't going to be here long. I said, he don't need that. Whatever. It was literally some verbatim that I said. I said, I don't know who he is, where he came from. I don't know him personally. I said, but I said, he got to go. I said, that's what I'm saying in tone. I think that was the Baphomet is out of order teaching. A long time ago. Maybe I think 2021, 2022, one of them. I said, but he got to go. Next thing you know, he went. I said, I don't know why people think it's okay to put Bobby Hemmett up on a pedestal, not just to do it, but to shit on Dr. York. They say, oh, Bobby Hemmett way more this and way more that. And then I played on live last year. I played on live how Bobby Hemmett was tearing Dr. York down and how stupid he sounded while he was doing it. He said, you know, he got like 1,600 some books, a couple 1,600 books. Whoa. But he didn't write all of them. He didn't write all. Whoa, stop. Sit down, have a seat. A couple 1,600. Listen to yourself. A couple 1,600 books. But you didn't mention that these weren't Junie B. Jones books. These weren't adventure books. These were quantum physics books. These were translations of the holy books that some of these people's religions, most of these people's religion is based on. These were books that solved problems that niggas couldn't solve for thousands of years. Broke spells that niggas didn't even know was there. That y'all are using to this day. Exactly. He used to get rides to Tama Ray, to go to class, to listen to Dr. York teach. He wanted to be AEO. Think about it. He told y'all that Dr. York just started talking about, he just started talking about the Egyptian stuff. He got all that from Dr. Ben. Fucking lies. 1970s. Amenubi Akata. Who was Amenubi Akata? An alias that Dr. York used writing books like Science of Creation. It just shows how much you don't fucking know about what you're talking about. He just started talking about the extraterrestrial stuff. Lies. When he was Imam Asa, you see an extraterrestrial craft behind him in his pictures. He literally said, those Sunnis don't know what they talking about. They talking about some God out of heaven. He said, it's not that. He said, they extraterrestrials. He waited to the year 1990 to start talking about it when he was Imam Asa in the fucking 60s. Y'all don't want to acknowledge that he was teaching in the 60s around the same time as Dr. Martin Luther King, around the same time as Malcolm X coming out. Y'all don't want to acknowledge that. But Bobby Hemmett, where the fuck was he at in the 60s? What was he doing? And then when he finally got a taste of leadership, what did he build? Other than a YouTube platform. He rented out a building. Nothing different than a pastor. T.D. Jakes, Bobby Hemmett, all the same to me. All the same to me. And disrespected Pops over and over again. So how you disrespect a man that you were drastically trying to learn from while he was out of prison? As soon as they locked him up, you run to destroy his name or try to destroy his name, to tear him down. He went. That same Bobby Hemmett was telling people to go and worship the goat or be up under the goat. That's ours. The goat is ours. No, it's not. We're talking about it's ours. We're supposed to be with the Baphomet. The soot, Satan is just the black in your brain. Okay, so the next time a nigga pull a gun on me and try to kill me, which in that story, he's Satan, I'ma just look at that nigga and tell him, nigga, you ain't shit but the black in my brain. And they gonna be like, what was Faise's last words? He's gonna be like, he said, nigga, you ain't shit but the black in my brain. A Satan is a fucking op, an enemy. How do we got ops as the black of our brain? You want to know what would have stopped a nigga from making a linguistic mistake like that? Studying Hebrew. It's just a soot. It's a set. The soot is set, and the snake wasn't bad. No, you tried to copy Dr. York when he was speaking about the medicine symbol and how there were snake emblems that represented certain types of healing regimens. So you took that to mean that all snakes weren't bad in Egypt. You want to know what would have stopped you from making a historical mistake like that? Studying ancient Kemet, and you would have found a being called Apophis or Apep. And that snake or serpent was definitely bad. And the Najaru or Neteru, who y'all somehow said mean nature, the Neteru had to fight Apep to stop him from bringing on an age of darkness, is what they called it. Snake ain't bad. The goat ain't bad. And then they ran with the teaching of everybody trying to make it seem like Baphomet is evil. Bro, the point wasn't that a fucking symbol was evil. The point was that look who using it. The gun ain't evil. Look who using it. Look who been using it. Baphomet is Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is Samael. You'll find Samael on a rock star's guitar. The rock star is none other than the heavy metal star. And that heavy metal star is none other than the lead one. And the lead one is none other than the poison one. You ever heard of lead poisoning? Because when you miss lead, you get poisoned. And the poison one is none other than Samael, because Samael literally meant poison. Led Zeppelin. Azazel. Iblis. Now, all of a sudden, all this is just characteristics of ourselves. What? Then these niggas leaned on a metaphysical Bible and then came out and said, I don't live off of a book. You let Charles Thompson give your whole fucking lifestyle. And the one who wrote a couple 1,600 books. You tried to shit on him. Metaphysical Bible shut down a lot of people's ability to become scholars because it made you rely on the esoterics, all right, as opposed to the exoterics, which means you only had allegory. You didn't know how to pair the things, so you couldn't say what it was in actuality. You only had the inside. That's why everybody going within now. Just go within, just go within, go within. The answer to everything when niggas don't have the answer to your question is go within. Notice that? You notice that? So it's just I haven't heard that. When you say Adolphus turns to Sophia, I haven't heard that. However, with the Atbash cipher, I've shown people how you could turn Sophia into Baphomet, or Baphomet turns into Sophia, using the Atbash cipher, the Hebrew language, which is the true first shall be last, last shall be first. It's the Atbash, Atbash cipher. Go look it up. So there's nobody beyond reproach. I don't know what nobody talking about, but I ain't disrespect the minister. I wrote a fucking letter like I have the right to. I ain't disrespect him. Y'all fucking weird, bro. I will say that. People are weird. They have no intention of helping my generation. You know how hard that is to realize? You got to look around and be like, yo, who's going to do it? And then you say, damn, ain't nobody finna do this shit? So then you rise up to do the shit. And motherfuckers who did go after motherfuckers who had the power to do the shit want to attack you for rising up to do the shit. I don't think y'all understand what the fuck I just said. We got an inspection, y'all. We got to have the house clean. Everybody laying around. Fuck it, I'll clean up. I clean up. Motherfuckers start looking at me frowning and shit, mean mugging. I'm like, what the fuck, what you... All right, it's one thing to sit your ass down and play the fucking game. It's another thing to look at me and mean mug while I'm cleaning up. What the fuck is your problem? You call yourself cleaning up, huh? Yeah, we got a fucking inspection. I don't just call myself cleaning up. I'm cleaning up. We got an inspection, nigga, not me. Right? Niggas start trying to knock your shit over after you done set nice little things up on the bookshelf and you done you got a nice little dust pile. You done put everything together. Niggas start stepping through it and they gonna get mad at you when you start going off and say, yo, I just fucking swept there. I just fucking mopped there. Yo, I just wiped this counter down. Who the fuck dropped orange juice on the damn counter? And you want to know what their response is? They still mean mug you. They still talk about your audacity to not only clean up, but to want to clean up again after somebody done fucked up what you done cleaned up. We got an inspection. They had no intention on helping my generation. Reza Islam, none of these people. It's all games. I talked directly to Reza Islam, and I saw the businessman in his face. I stood right there with this man, and I saw it. And every word that came out my mouth, my body was like, why the fuck are you wasting these? My whole soul was like, why are you wasting this? He don't care. Did I say I Googled him and looked at him? No. Did I say I read his book and found it? No. I stood face to face with him. And I remember, you know, one thing I'm told to pay attention to is if you shake a man's hand and he don't look you in the eye, you can't trust him. That's the first thing I acknowledged. That from the handshake, he ain't even looking at me. And I'm speaking to him and he looking all around and nodding to people and hey and waving. He don't even see me. That's why I said that in the song. Right? Where I said, well, maybe if I was a little taller, maybe if I was a part of the nation he rep, that he would have passed me $1 or a follow or a share. Anything but just a stare. Anything but just a handshake and let's take this picture quickly. I ain't tripping. I just hate how niggas did me. And you don't get another chance to do that to me. It ain't like, no, oh, I didn't know you was going to be somebody. That means you look at the common man and you see nobody. I don't look at the common man and see a nobody. I couldn't make a mistake like that. 'Cause I see the light in every motherfucking body. The one who's sitting there with his clothes dusty. The one who's sitting there with a suit on, riding through with a Benz. Quite a fancy car you got in an oppressive system. What nice shoes you have while we at war. You wore your good shoes to war. I'm not mad. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Oh, what are these? These are my boots. They're made for stepping. Those are made for tap dancing. Anyway, let's take this picture. You with me? After you just got through screaming about war. Allah knoweth. You have fooled the masses. A lot of these people have fooled the masses. Yeah. It's not hard to do that if you haven't noticed. But you have not fooled us. You have not fooled us. We see you. We know you. And when we call you forth, we're asking you to change what you do, not who you are. That's all we ask. We ain't even asking you to. I don't have to reform the devil. Just give him another task. I don't have to reform him. Just have him do something else. Don't tell me the nature of man can't be altered environmentally with enough focus, enough concentration. If you were to say even that the Caucasoids were devils, which at one point in time they were, you can't tell me that if a Caucasoid was raised up in a Negroid household, which just so happened to not be devilish, that they would have grown up hating Negroids. You can't tell me that. Somebody conditioned them to hate. And somebody conditioned y'all to hate. We one of the untouchables. When you say, I rock with Malachi Z. York, everybody starts closing their folders and shit. You hear stuff zipping up. You hear chairs scooting. It's the movie scene where it's like 3,000 people. You lean in the mic, the feedback. You say, hi, what's going on, everybody? Shalom, assalamu alaikum, rahubat, hotep. I just want to start off by saying, peace to everybody. Peace to the Lamb is truly wonderful. Everybody clapping. Oh, okay. All right, before we begin, I want to say I am a firm lover, student, believer in, believer of Dr. Malachi Z. York. Scoot, zip up. Everybody get the pass, leaving and shit. It's like, whoa, where's everybody fucking going? Well, if you were to reverse that tape and say, I am a firm lover, believer in, believer of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, nobody moves. Matter of fact, niggas come in. He say Muhammad? He say Elijah Muhammad? I knew I was in the right place. I was looking at the GPS. Why? You know what I mean? So ain't nobody gonna bring me on and have me talk about it. They don't want me to talk about it. They hope I stop talking about it. Y'all get it? They wait for the day that the breath runs out where he can't say nothing else. They just hope it doesn't happen in such a way that my passing is martyrized. They hope that doesn't happen because then it gets too loud. So they hope that they could just ignore it. He ain't saying nothing. And my curiosity is, why do the NOI know where my page is to tell me to be careful? But y'all don't know where my page is when I'm raising funds. Y'all don't know where my page is when I'm saying let's stop this gang violence in our community. Y'all don't know where I'm at. You never heard of a Faise One. When I'm calling on all the nations, and if you listen to the letter, you'll hear me say, I don't see the Hebrew Israelites, Masons, or the Moors. I ain't just saying NOI. When I'm asking for help, y'all don't know where I'm at. When I'm saying let's get this particular thing done, y'all don't know where I am. When I'm writing the letters to call out what's happening with the people that are gatekeepers in the communities and addressing this, that, and the third that nobody had the nuts to address. Nobody knows where I'm at. As soon as I say, hey, I'm going to write something to Farrakhan and ask him, they say, hold on, that's why we draw the line. Now you pushing it. Where were you? Where were you? If I go to the West End right now, I'll see you. And if I stand near you, you're not going to ask me, are your lights on? Does your mama need food? You got brothers and sisters? Have they eaten today? What's happening in your community? What's happening in your hood? Here's my number. Here's my email. Here's a $20 bill. No, you want to know what you're going to ask me? Can I interest you in some bean pie, brother? Can I interest you in some fruit? Can I tell you about a great man that we have in Minister Farrakhan? Have you heard the good news, brother? Have you read our final calling? You right down the street from where hell is. You right down the street from where that is. But you come to where you know everybody at that's spending money daily. And you siphon. And you have been siphoning for over 40 years. From that same place. That same community. And y'all got the people power I don't believe in you. I don't believe in what you're showing me. I have no reason to fear you. I don't believe in you. These works are not the works that it's going to take. These ain't the works. These can't be the same works. My mama was little. She was 4 years old. My mama was born 74. Y'all was out there asking the same shit. Selling the same thing, making your quota. I ain't mad at you, get your money. And here I am, 25, I go out there. Y'all still out there. And I've never seen you in the hood. In my whole life. Think about what I'm saying to you. I am 25. I've been here, I can remember, I've been here, what? 22 years I can remember. The other is a blur. So I'm 25. And since I've been able to remember, I ain't seen y'all in the hood. Seen y'all nowhere. Never seen the Masons do a demonstration. These the community men. Only time I seen the Masons brothers do a demonstration was when I went to go visit Selma in 2015 for Bloody Sunday, where I met Eric Garner's mother, right? Or was that 2016? I think it was 2016. Then I saw the Masons. Then I saw the Eastern Stars, but those are the sisters. Whole different conversation. Which I feel if niggas would just move out the fucking way, the Eastern Stars would do a lot more. But niggas be acting like we got all this shit figured out. You with me? I ain't seen y'all. But I hear you. I hear you talking about these communities. Where you getting your information from? Where you getting these statistics from? I hear you talking about what's going on in the hood. We hear y'all talking about us. But where you getting the information from about what's happening? Where all we saying is like, the reason why it got so heavy with that emotion is because I would stand out there and listen to y'all scream on that microphone. There'd be a brother, 2 or 3, 4 brothers around a mic. The other brothers on every corner of that sidewalk. And y'all talking about the good message that's coming with the final calling. The messengers. And I would wait for you to look me in my eye. I would wait. I would stay. I said, I'm just one of them niggas that's going to at least acknowledge me. Standing 3 feet from you. And you get your hopes, so you're like, okay, here come one. Nah, they just want to sell something to you. You know what I mean? And people came to mind. Names came to mind. Brothers of mine who lost their life in that same neighborhood, in that same area, sometimes on that same strip. Names came to mind where it's like, you ain't even see them at the candlelight. Sequoia Turner's candlelight had 3 NAACP members there. She died in the middle of y'all calls. Caught in the crossfire of some shit y'all stood on the news, act like y'all gave a fuck about because it was trending. Attorney Griggs and the rest of them. who I stepped to in real time at that candlelight and asked him when I said out loud, where's the NAACP? Why is nobody here for this 8-year-old child who lost their life in a no man's land situation where the mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, allowed for the police to take off? There were no police. For 3-4 days in a row, there was no police. They refused to even police because they were upset about the protests. You were upset about the all cops are bastards bullshit that the left mobilized they Caucasoids to come out and scream. Niggas ain't come up with that shit. We say fuck the police, and we know who we talking about when we say that. We ain't talking about no bastards. You ain't never locked no nigga up. He say, I'm sick of this shit. You bastard. You ain't no nigga ever. You bastards will be hearing from my lawyer. That was them white folks. We didn't do that. But because them ACAB people came out and was screaming and lighting the windows on fire and shit, y'all like, we ain't doing no policing. Well, guess what? When you didn't police that environment, not only was an 8-year-old killed, a 17-year-old female was shot. Another brother, I can't remember his age, was shot. And I was shot at. Not by myself. A crowd of us were ducking bullets when an unmarked vehicle pulled up and shot into the crowd. Where were the police? Nowhere. And so I had a bone to pick with the so-called revolutionary. Where the fuck was the not fucking around committee? NFAC. Listen, we didn't even know we had an NFAC until George Floyd. We didn't know that many niggas had legal guns of that caliber. We didn't know. We said, what the? Niggas turned on the news and we was like, we was shook. Them niggas out there with full war attire. They locked in soldier gear, ARs, semi-autos, all black. And they say, we ain't fucking around. And they went up there and they stood and they said, we gonna be here because KKK talking about demonstrating here, so we gonna demonstrate. Is that what all this shit is about? Demonstrations? You got guns to demonstrate? Demonstrate your ass in the hood where it counts. Y'all niggas stood on 2 separate sides of the mountain doing call and response. Fuck you. Fuck you too. Fuck you. Fuck you too. We're not fucking around. We ain't fucking around either, boys. And then y'all went home. Posted on your social media. Niggas brought phones to war. Niggas was taking selfies in the middle of a war. And I was the only nigga that asked, who the fuck are they? The Black Revolutionary showed up downtown Atlanta. How I know? Was I on Google? No, I was there. And I was the only nigga when they said, all right, y'all, we finna go to this counter. I said, hold on. I grabbed the megaphone. I stood on, if you think I'm lying, I got the pictures. People was taking pictures. There's some Caucasoid, and I don't mean it by disrespect sometimes. Y'all gotta understand, like, it's just, I'll say Caucasoid, sometimes I'll say white, sometimes I say melanin recessive. It's just what it is. But the guy was named, cool guy, named James. He took the pictures and he sent them to me. I had on a shirt that said Vision, right? And I got up there and I said, all I want to know is, who are y'all? That's all I want to know. I don't have no problem walking up to City Hall and all of that. But I got a suggestion. After I get the information on who y'all even are, I also want to know why we walk into City Hall. Because we know when we get up there, the National Guard is up there. The state troopers are up there. The police are up there. And here go my question. How they know y'all coming? They said, well, you know, we told them. Okay, y'all just stood up here and screamed that they are the oppressors. Y'all just stood up here and screamed that that's our opposition. As long as we fight them, we'll be all right. And you told them where you gonna be. I said, let me ask you another question. How the news cameras knew to come out here? How they come here and show up before y'all got here? We told them something smells fishy. You didn't show up till the news cameras got here, which means somebody called you from the news crew and said, hey, we're here. You ready to show out? You ready to put this shit on TV? You ready to fucking put on a front? And you said, I bet. We got our uniform. We're like a miniature not fucking around committee. They showed up. They had all their guns. They had all their bulletproof vests. They had their fists in the air and shit. And I said, no, I grabbed a microphone. I said, this is what we finna do. There's a change of plans. Y'all think I'm playing? I literally did this. I said, we not walking to City Hall. What we gonna do is we gonna take this big ass crowd of 700 people and we gonna walk our ass through the West End. Because there's a whole community of people who not seeing this. There's a whole community of people that if they don't turn on the news, they don't even know this is happening. But you want to walk past Piedmont Park. You want to keep doing this same ass Centennial Park solving ass circle. Walk y'all ass through where it counts. So that the same children who sitting out there with the Lego blocks on the dirt can see you and ask their mama them, what's this? And a conversation can be had about us walking through where it count at. They said, listen, I wish I could lie to you. And I don't even say that lightly. I do be, deception get a lot of motherfuckers through a lot of doors. I wish I could lie to you. One of the motherfuckers pulled me to the side when everybody was getting ready to do what I said do. It was like, look, it's too many white people. I said, what? I mugged that nigga so hard when he said that shit. I said, what? He said, because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about at first. He said, bro, it's too many white people to go through the hood. He said, you know the hood, but he didn't know the hood. It was even how he said it. You know, it's the hood. You know. I don't fucking know. I don't get what you saying. What it seems like, you telling me, brother, is that it ain't too many white people, or it's too many white people to walk through the hood, right? But it ain't too many black people to walk through Piedmont or to walk through the suburbs where the oppressors live. I said, so if you scared for these white people, how about you utilize this AR that's strapped to your fucking chest and protect them? And protect anybody else in this crowd. So what they wind up doing, y'all? We wind up walking toward the West End, and I kid you not, they started screaming on a megaphone. Everybody who want to go toward the City Hall with us, come this way. Everybody want to go to the West End with him, go that way. They split the crowd. I had to make the executive decision. I said, that ain't how a leader would do it. I said, well, since they already split up the crowd, y'all, we're going to walk to City Hall. I said, but I just want y'all to remember this day that I offered to these people who call themselves leaders for one day out of the 13 days, change the route and bring it through where people need to see it. News cameras don't come out there. Make them come out there. Only time you see a news camera out there is when it's some pity party story and they getting some type of write-off for it. Or they covering a murder or some other crime after it's taken place. You with me? They split the crowd. So I said, and there was a lot of people out there that was listening to me because I talked the whole fucking time I was out there. You can imagine. Even when I made the song, what was it called? What was it called? The song, I think it's on Blood of the Lamb. Save Us. Right? In the beginning of the song, I say, y'all gotta excuse me. My voice a little hoarse. I've been out here screaming for change. The reason why my voice is what it is now, come on, as a screaming in the studio to do the letter to Farrakhan. I say, y'all gotta excuse me. My voice a little hoarse. I've been out here screaming for change. You with me? And in the chorus, I say, God, please save us from ourselves. All we wanted was a change and nothing else. Why? We felt the pain that everyone felt. This is what my generation on. It's a dangerous zone. And they say that we wrong. Well, if we screaming for our help, then please save us from ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I said they broke our heart and we will never feel the same for them again. They broke our heart and we will never feel the same for them again. Who was I talking about? The so-called black leaders. If there was ever a revelation year that we didn't have no more, it was 2020. The leaders broke our heart in 2020 when we had to ask where everybody was at. It was marches in every state. You could have showed up to one. That shit broke our heart. So I said, they broke our heart. We will never feel the same for them again. I'm only a voice saying what a lot of motherfuckers feel that just don't have a platform yet. They don't have the ability to say it yet. So you telling me to be careful, let me tell you something. You better be telling all the Bloods to be careful. You better be telling all the Crips to be careful. You better be telling all the GDs to be careful. You better be. Because I stand in oneness with the Better Communities and Families movement. And it ain't never been a play. It's never been a ploy. And we know who give a fuck about that movement and who don't. You better be telling all the motherfuckers who have been overlooked and left out and just waiting for a motherfucker to be able to say something to be careful. You better be. I will, listen, you will not threaten me. You will not threaten me. At all. For asking for more of our leaders. I will not be threatened. I won't be. Go listen to the A-Twin song, A-Y-E Twin. Right? Actually, what was the other song? Was it All Nation to the Front? I need All Nation to the Front. Yeah, in the Save Us song. As a matter of fact, there's a video floating around with me and Pastor Troy standing there with the Bloods, Crips, and the GDs with the bandanas tied together. There's a picture I got in my archives when I went out there. As soon as I pulled up, my mama drove me to the Centennial Park. As soon as the shit went down, I put the red bandana, the black bandana, and the blue bandana on. I went out there, we pulled up, I got out, I stood on top of the car. I got pictures of that. People would take pictures of that. And I started to speak to the brothers who was gathering around. I saw some of the loats. I saw them gather around. I said, hey, go gather some more loats. Them niggas knew me. They're like, hey, Faise, what's going on? What's cracking? Da-da-da-da-da. I said, oh, gather some more of the brothers in blue. Right? Then the other brothers came. The G's came. I said, hey, go get some of them brothers together. So get some of the brothers and sons together. Only ones who didn't come to me was the Bloods. They the only ones who didn't come to me. But they still showed up. I got the video. I was right there in front of them. So I don't know what a nigga talking about. I was there. And when they brought out the news cameras, I was standing right there with Pastor Troy. I know Pastor Troy personally. If I'm lying, you see him in the Baddest music video. Go look up Faise One Baddest, Baddest. I knew Pastor Troy since I was 12 years old, 11 years old. Literally. You see what I'm saying? He used to be there on Peter Street. Had a studio out in the loft. Okay. So PT, he showed up. And guess what? It was another brother. I can't remember his handle. It was Greatest Ever, something like that. Or Greatness. He was there. A lot of other brothers were there. Right? After I told all the brothers to get everybody together, they came back, right, with a lot of more brothers. I said, this is what we finna do. I said, we finna tie. I said, none of these people gonna expect us to do this. I said, we finna tie all these flags together. And we're gonna show them in real time what's been worked on in the background. Right? And the brothers started doing it. Y'all, like a fucking movie scene. We had a few Crips and GDs with they flags tied. And I think we had like maybe 2 Bloods who came with their shit. Right? Like a movie. It was some niggas who came out of the woodworks later on. Because we were holding the front line. The front of the line was held down by the members. Right? Out of the woodworks. Some niggas came with their fists in the air, they shit tied. It was a Blood nigga in the front. It was a Crip nigga in the front, and it was a G nigga in the front. They were the biggest niggas. And the Blood nigga had like 3 pit bulls on a leash. And he was walking with them. And it was a whole group of members. And they came to the front of the line, said, we out here. Yeah, and I got it on, listen, it's all on film. I said, I got Boss Dog and Loke out here. What we talking about? What are you saying? Where I done talked to OGs in the background, literally. And I say, how you think I should go about this? Because, you know, if it's like this, they ain't going to think that. But if it's like that, it could be that. But I don't want it that way, because if it's that way, then it's this way. He said, don't worry about none of that. Move with it. We behind you. Okay, so it's nothing. What are you talking about? All motherfuckers wanted to know that it was a real one. It's nothing. Shit we don't talk about. What are you saying? I'm not being careful about anything. No. I'm being careful not to disappoint the Most High, which means I'm going to do what I was sent here to do. That's what I'm careful about. Other than that, nothing will happen to Faise One without repercussions on a grand level. Nothing will happen. So we ain't going to go that way, are we? Nothing will happen to that one called Faise One without you finding out who he is. Nothing will happen. And we will leave it at that. I was proud of them brothers. You know what I mean? So when I came out with that A-Twin song, nigga, that was coming from a real place. We amped up. You know what I mean? I say, Jimmy, cool, we quiet. Don't think we forgot about George Floyd. Choppers and sticks and Glocks finna hit that shit on your porch. Bitch, nigga, we right out back. We turn the White House black. This ain't no Capitol Hill. We bringing Wipeout back. I pray my brothers live to see us take this shit back. I'm talking to OGs in the background about all that. That red, blue, and black. SA Twin. Like, it was already been broken down. Let's say one love and let that war shit begin. You feel me? For my ancestors, gang banging magic, empowered behind them hand gestures. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? You talking about soldiers? Let them. What do you think happens when the ones who really been in the trenches for real get right knowledge? The most honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't go to the snowflakes in the suburbs. He went to the motherfuckers who was the motherfuckers. You got to remember that. So make no mistake. Make not a single one. The real ones is like the ones everybody overlook. But they appreciate when they remember. They struggle ain't overlooked. Every soldier wants their story told some type of way. A soldier dying words say, don't let them forget. Don't let this be for nothing. What you talking about? Don't let this be in vain. That's a soldier's last words. Let my blood be heard. You hear me? Okay, so I've been told them soldiers, I hear you. I'm with you. You hear me in the Survive song? Right? I spoke about Nipsey. Said one of the men, I said that documentary wasn't even all they were worried about with his plan. If you know, you know, Nipsey was bringing this shit together. It wasn't just about no Crip shit. And they ain't want that shit to happen. Oh, but right knowledge. Oh, but the spirit of truth. Howbeit the spirit of truth. Oh, but when it shows up, it's like, it's time. Yeah, really, Michael, them. It's just time. You want to know what's interesting? I talked to Rizza Islam about this same shit. I talked to him about this same shit. That's what I talked to him about. I said, we got a lot of people who are out here for these events and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You see Christian people, Muslim people. I said, but one thing we don't see is the members of other nations. I said, people don't want to look at them as nations, but they still are nations. You with me? Why you think they think Larry Hoover is such a threat? Why do you think they perceive him as such a threat? That type of say-so is otherworldly. The overseer got the type of say-so where it's like, you think the G's don't exist no more. You'll see niggas get to transforming in front of your mailman. If some shit gets sent through the wire, right now, your mailman will pop out with a crown. Say, what, Bill? This whole time? Your grandfather. Niggas you ain't even know was in this. All of a sudden, they ready. Boom, what's up? What's up? We got our creed all ready. We ready. What'd he say? Mobilize, protect Faise. Oh, boy, what? What? You be like, what's up with all this air traffic today? Nigga, everybody's on a fucking plane. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Which is why the root word or the root cause, actually, I'll leave that for a second. You know what I mean? They know. That's why it's like, bro, only ones who got renegade with me that day was the Bloods. I could tell you that, but it wasn't everybody. It was just 3 niggas who came later on. Like it was, I think actually it was the next day. When I came back out there with the red, blue, and black bandana, 3 Blood members did oppress me. And, you know, they did their shit. And it's what it was. You feel me? Because it's like, but basically one of them was, the main one was saying, you know, we ain't worried about this, we ain't worried about that. We're going to need you to take off that cherry, da-da-da-da-da. And da-da-da. I said, well, look, let me ask you a question. Are you going to tell her to take it off? I pointed to a white lady who had one on. Because everybody had the face mask on, remember? She had a bandana over her face. I pointed out a whole bunch of other motherfuckers in the crowd with red bandanas. He said, but you wearing all of them. I said, that's worse. I said, think about what you're saying to me right now. I said, aren't y'all against oppression? I was talking to them brothers. Now, if you would have rolled past us, you would have known it was happening. It wasn't no screaming or nothing like that. It's a powwow. It's what it is. You know what I mean? I said, ain't y'all niggas against oppression? Ain't you against depression? Well, this is an oppressive and depressive situation where you see what we doing. You see the movement. I said, we just had a lot of brothers out here with this movement. Nigga, this movement is world fucking wide. He said, well, we ain't them and everybody ain't that. I said, whatever, bro. I gave him the flag. It was disheartening. I gave it to him. I said, did you even ask me if this shit was blessed? I said, nigga, did you check to see if the shit was even fucking double-sided or anything, nigga? You just came up and just got to, why? Because, why? Make you feel better? Make you feel like more of a man? Why are y'all even out here? Everybody out here fighting for change. The fuck is y'all niggas out here for? But I don't hold the whole nation accountable for them. I don't do it like that. Them just 3 renegade ass niggas. And you got renegade niggas everywhere. In every nation. You feel me? But for the most part, all right, long as you ain't talking about some inner relations ass shit or some internal affairs, wear some VLs and all kind of other shit, most people are already ready. All right, so then what happened when we got the NOI? What happened when we got the FOI? We got the Bloods, the Crips, the GDs, right? We got the Masons, the Moors, the Nuwabians, Sabians, Ansars, Hebrew Israelites, Christians, Muslims, and everybody says it's time. What happens then? Is it impossible? No. I saw it happen. Malachi York did it in real time. So I've seen an example of what I'm talking about. You with me? So yeah, Letter to Farrakhan gonna drop soon. I don't give a damn about that shit hitting 333,000 views. If it do, it do. I just said that shit because I wanted to. Y'all know when I be like, hey, y'all, 3,000 comments. We might get 3,000 comments. We might not. 300 comments. We might not. But anybody know me what I do. I'm going to do this shit anyway. I had one of y'all commented that shit recently. When I said, yo, y'all want a letter to Farrakhan? Motherfucker, like, if he doing that, if he saying that, he already got the shit. Hell yeah. Exactly. I'm headed to the east, toward the sun, facing the rising sun at all times. Where you headed? Which way you headed? Yeah, I was saying 333,000. Just to get people to get up off their seat and press share. That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't be about the views. It's about what happens when people say, I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to help them. I'm still doing the $50 for an hour. I think I did the last call maybe 2 days ago. I don't know. I might be 7 days gone, though, for this fast, because I told y'all we using this fast for an observance. So don't be surprised if it'll be a quiet 7 days for me. Don't be surprised. All right? Sometimes you just have to be able to do that, and it's very important. I don't know if he's real. I look at what people do. I'm just asking, if more can be done, why not? Why not do more? And the brother is an elder. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a successor lined up. However the system works, I'm okay with it. It's just, let's use it. I ain't asking him to get out of the trenches. You know what I mean? He's one of our elders. The letter to Farrakhan ain't even about Farrakhan. If you pay attention, just pay attention. It's the same song and dance. It ain't to get a response out of Farrakhan. Then what I do? Oh, y'all, he responded. Yay. Now the fuck what? That's not what this is about. It's to show you that it's a newer type of awareness. And whatever fear existed before this day and time that prevented people from activating on that type of awareness is gone. It's gone. No fear. Every day I feel what Pac was saying even more when he was like, no matter how y'all feel about me, I'm still your child. You can't just turn me off like that. Now I get it. I remember being a child thinking he a grown man. I had to be like 7, 8 years old when I heard that. On I think it was Until the End of Time. Somebody did like a cover over the song with the vocals from his interviews and shit. He was like, no matter what y'all think about me, I'm still your child. You can't just turn me off like that. He right. Like what? 25 is still a child. We still children till at least 40. Or maybe you could say 30, I don't know. But 25 is like, I'm still a fucking child. I'm still right there. I'm still the youth. You know? The elders know. The elders get, you'll be 67 years old talking to an elder that's 80 years old. They're going to still say, baby. Hand me that over there, baby. You know what I mean? How y'all going to handle me like I'm trying to go to war by asking questions? That just turn us into even more warriors. You don't know that? When y'all told Tupac to be quiet, that's what made him so loud. If y'all would have never told him to be quiet, he would have never got that loud. Well, why you be telling us to be quiet like this shit don't move through us? Like, what, bro? We'll crash out and down this hill with a smile. I'm like that. I'm ready. Bags packed. I'm ready. I'll down this hill. This hill don't stop at Farrakhan didn't start. I'm ready for that day. You know what I mean? Because you can't tell me. I used to tell even my peoples who was coming. I told my mama that, whoever. Told everybody. They understand. They know. They know. I said, I'd rather die than be a part of a false, fallacy-based world. If me being able to succeed means I got to be false and fake and cap, I got to put together a whole facade to succeed in this reality and be left alone and be peaceful. And I just got to kick it to get by. Kill me now. Kill me now. No. So don't threaten me with no good time. The fuck. I'm ready. It's only the people who don't know or don't want to pay attention to the fact that we leave one day that could be scared. Like, I'm not scared of that shit. I despise the idea of prison. I despise it. What? That's an insult to me. I despise it. I got locked up for 3 days. I was already trying to figure out how to break out, and I had a bond. I was gonna be out in the third day. I still was looking at that bitch saying, "Oh, that's a flaw right there." I do parkour. These niggas taking shifts every 2 hours. He ain't been back in 2 hours. I can go through the fucking ceiling and be out this bitch. So ain't no way you gonna go through the ceiling phase. If you don't do parkour, you can't go through the fucking ceiling. I do parkour. Hit that, hit that, hit that. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Where you going? See ya. Close the shit back. Y'all know the little things you push up on, right? On the ceiling. So this motherfucker got this push-up shit. That's stupid. They smart, though. They put the vent all the way up here. The vent don't have air coming out of nowhere. There's a tunnel. I'm gone. I don't know what y'all finna do. Y'all think I'm playing. I was in 10th grade. What was that, 10th grade? Yep, I was in 10th grade, and I was shooting a music video for a song a long time ago. It wasn't even my song. We were just shooting some shit to have fun with that one of my peoples had did. We had a little Canon camera. It was late. So we go to this, it's dark, it's late night. We go to this little establishment, look like it had like train cars and shit, and just look abandoned. And we climb over the gate. Everything was barbed wire except the front of the gate. The front gate was wasn't barbed wire. Everything else around the whole establishment was barbed wire. So we climb over because we trying to get this shot. And the shit hard as fuck. We like, yo, we got the, you know what I'm saying, niggas sitting in a train car rapping. You know what I mean? Next thing we know, a white truck pull up to the front of the gate. And we standing out there talking about our shots and shit. He pull up to the front of the gate, say, he shine a little light. What are y'all doing over there? I said, oh, we were just shooting a video, right? And he said, huh, wait, I can't hear you. So we start walking closer. He said, don't move any further. I said, oh, shit. I said, y'all let me handle this. I said, we were shooting a video. We that's all we did. We came over here. We got some footage. I said, we about to be on our way. We didn't mean any harm. That's all we did. Da, da, da. He said, silence. He said, everybody. Y'all think I'm playing. He said, everybody here. Well, he said, this is private property. Niggas start reading. He started reading out codes and shit. He said, this is private property, such and such, da, 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 da. Right? And he said, everybody that's over here is breaking this such a law, criminal trespassing. And as he's saying whatever the fuck he's saying, I'm looking around at the niggas who's with me. I'm like, oh, shit. I did not have this handled. Right? But then he fucked up. And he said, the police are on their way. I said, oh. I said, did y'all hear that? Nigga said, yo, we fucked. One of my homeboys, he said, bro, we fucked, bro. No, damn. He said, oh, you wanted to shoot this video, and now we fucked. I said, nigga, did you not hear what the fuck he just said? He said, what? I said, this nigga said the police are on their way. That mean that nigga ain't the fucking police. And they just looking at me. I said, all right, two things finna happen. Y'all finna stand y'all ass here, or you getting out of here. He said, bro, there's no way out. There was a few other niggas with us, and this nigga keep running his mouth. He said, bro, there's no way out. I said, no, bro. Like my mama told me. I said, nigga, there's always a way out. I said, give me that. He had a flashlight. I said, give me the flashlight. I took the flashlight. I said, all right, two ways out. I said, y'all either stand here, you can go with me. I took off running. Ran to the right. I said, to the right, to the right. Took off running. I look back. First two niggas was running. Look back, everybody running. They running with me. We get to the end. It's barbed wire. He said, I told you, bro, we fucked. I said, shut up, bro. I said, the flashlight. I said, I shot the flashlight, and it literally, when I opened up the light, it was on the pole that was connected to the barbed wire. Tell me why these people put the pole on the inside. Now, some of y'all don't get what I'm saying. In his mind, and if it were up to him, we going to jail for criminal trespassing or whatever the fuck this hidden government building was that we done stumbled across. Whatever it was, I didn't want to figure out what the fuck it was. Right? And jail didn't sound good to me. And the charges he started reciting, I didn't like that. That didn't make my day or my night. So these motherfuckers had the nerve to put the pole, which was attached to whatever light, on the inside of the barbed wire. I said, bro, the pole. What about the pole? I said, nigga, the fucking pole is on the inside of the fuck is you talking about? Hold the flashlight. I hopped up on that shit. I'm not proud of this. I hopped up. Listen, all right? I hopped on the pole once in my life. I didn't slide down. I slid up it. It's different. I know. Niggas like, no fucking way, Faise. No, I shimmied. There's no tough way to tell that part of the story. You know what I mean? But let me tell you something. I got the fuck up out of there, shimmied up, and put my foot on top of the barbed wire, put my other foot on top of the barbed wire, and jumped down. I was on the other side. So now them niggas looking at me, I'm not pausing shit. I said what I said. You know what I mean? If it's screen recorded and you go back and listen to it, you can pause it. You go do whatever you got to do, and then come back to it. I'm not pausing nothing. Like I said, I didn't slide down no pole. All right? But I did shimmy up a pole, but it was for a good reason, to get the fuck up out of Dodge. Now, if you motherfuckers wanted to save face and go to jail, that's on y'all. Me, fuck face, I'm getting out of here. And I'm standing on the other side of this gate. So, now, keep in mind, we wouldn't have been right in front of the dude because he in front of the fucking gate. He don't even know we in. He like, these stupid ass niggas. They gonna find barbed wire on every side. He was true. He was telling the truth, barbed wire everywhere. But they dumbass had a pole right there. So as a parkour artist, that was like, oh shit, a level up. So I got on the outside, what I was doing, looking at them niggas. I said, okay, cool. So if there was any doubt in your mind that we was gonna get out, I got out. You saw how I got out. I can't do shit about you being in there. You gotta do what the fuck I just did to get out. And them niggas did what the fuck I did to get out. So I wasn't the only one, is the point. It was other motherfuckers that took the pole route. All right, but we did what we had to do. Okay? And then niggas on the other side. We ran across the street. We had to duck. By that time, police was on the way. There was a lot of police cars. And we didn't know police were there by their sirens, right? So we running, and it was a strip, so it was like a circle. Everything that we was hiding in was in like the center. Okay, so you stand at the bottom. Everything is in the center. It's got like a street on the right, street on the left. It's a circle. The establishment was on the left to the cut, right? and everything else is in the center leading up to where we had to get to, which was the person's house who we was all kicking it at. Right? So we run across the street from the left to get to the middle place where we had to break through all them spots, meaning walk through all them places, jump over all them gates in order to get up out. Right? And something said stop. So I stopped. Some said get under that groove. There was a groove. Y'all know how the houses got a groove where it's like a little spot, right? That come up, the house kind of comes outside of the brick or leans over the brick a little bit. Okay. I said, niggas got to get down. I said, get down, niggas. And they got down in the little groove of the house, and we all perched up under the little groove, laying down, almost sniper position, up under the house. And the niggas started talking after like 5 minutes. He like, yo, I don't get it. Why the fuck? I said, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. If it was up to you, nigga, we'd be fucking jail. Remember, we fucked? Okay, nigga, we weren't fucked. So maybe listen to me and I'll get us out of this. Next thing we know, from where we were sitting at, we saw zoop, 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 4 police cars back to back. Zoop, 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 zoom through with no lights on. Right? I said, see, nigga, we would have been running our dumb asses on the fucking sidewalk. They got a police car for each of us. What the fuck you talking about? And you want to know why the fuck I'm saying? Niggas just learn to listen some fucking times. Right? So we wound up getting out after a while. They kept riding around. They didn't stop riding around. We was out there for like 3 hours. His house was nothing but like 5-minute walk from where we was at, but we was out there for 3 hours. Moving level by level. You know what I'm saying? Jumping over fences. Got the dogs that want to make noise. He out here. They out here. Ooh. Ooh. We had to get past all that. And then when we got to the last little level of it, we split up. It was 2 of us that went ahead to try to get to the last house. It was one of the sisters' homes that I knew. And knocked on the door I was really peeping the whole scene. Right? Actually, I knocked on a window. But I knocked on the wrong window. I knocked on her parents' window. So this is the funniest shit in the world. The dad, woke up and pointed an invisible gun at the window. Right? So because he was started out of his sleep, and because I'm not upset about him pulling an invisible one, I went along with it. You know what I'm saying? He said, fuck, nigga. I said, oh, shit. I said, yo. No, it's nothing like that. I didn't tell him, no, bro, that's not the gun. Oh, shit, yeah, you right. No, I didn't give him that opportunity. I surrendered. And I said, no. I said, I'm a friend of this person. I just need to talk to her real quick about the situation that's going on, da-da-da-da-da. But again, I was really just trying to peep the scene. As an individual, I can get away easier, other than a whole bunch of other niggas trying to peep the scene and we look suspicious as fuck. Which I'm sure I look suspicious in all black, knocking on the window, which is why he pulled the gun, but still. You know what I mean? The girl was so fucking scared of her parents or her dad or somebody that when the dad opened the door to let me in, which he did, I guess he was able to feel in his spirit, and I guess he felt bad about drawing down on me. He had the actual gun when he came to the door. And y'all think I'm making this shit up. That's what's so funny. This shit is 100% facts, y'all. I'm in 10th grade. So I go to the door. He opened the door. He patted my pockets. He like, what done happened to you, young nigga? He said, take your shoes off. I take my shoes off. Open your jacket pockets. Okay, cool. And I'm like, nah, I'm just in a little trouble. Just was, you know what I'm saying, just trying to lay low for a hot second. Da-da-da-da. So her mama went and got her out of her bedroom, and she came out, and she was like, you know this, little boy? And she was like, no, ma'am. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But I ain't, I guess she was just scared. I don't know, maybe she was like, done snuck boys in or some shit and she got her ass whooped. I don't know. But I'm like, damn, like, you making this look bad. So he was like, bro, he said, all I can say is you can't stay here. I don't know what type of trouble you in, but I got a family, da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? And he said he wished the best and all that other stuff. It was cool. Put me out. Boom. I went back and told the niggas, hey, of course it's clear. They ain't riding around no more. That's all it was about. And we went home. Shit. I called my mama, told her what we're going, told her what happened. You know what I mean? My whole thing was I ain't never want to call my mama and anything I got in, I ain't never want to call her and like I'm fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? I always call my mama when we got out of some shit. Fuck you talking about. You know what I mean? Only time I had to hit my mama up and I hadn't got out of some shit was when I got kidnapped and robbed. You know what I mean? By some people in a specific organization. You know what I mean? On Halloween in 2018, I think it was. 2018? Was it 2018? Yeah, that's the only time. Cause I didn't know if I was gonna make it out. Cause them niggas they basically were talking about how they were ready to purge and shit on their night. So I'm like, bro, these niggas finna get on bullshit. I might lose my damn life. So I just called her. You know what I mean? I couldn't say nothing to her because I had to dial her number by memory and just had her phone, you know what I'm saying, my phone by my knee. And these niggas talking shit about all y'all had to do was such and such. And this wouldn't none of this be happening. They got niggas with guns to me, behind me. We riding in the fucking car. You know what I mean? I would have been so upset that night. I actually would have been able to stomach it, but they had a stud with the gun on me too. And it's like, technically, okay, so basically you a woman and you drawing down on me. I don't know. It was something that fucked up the whole scenario. Is like, you could have put her in the other car. Why she got to have a gun too? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit was fucked up. But I called her during that only because I didn't know I was going to make it out. Other than that, shit, I got into a lot of shit. And I'm not calling my mama for nothing. Unless it's to tell her, hey, look, you know, hey, you ain't seen me. Or, you know, some shit like that. I done came home, told my mama, hey, look, you know what I mean? Hey, check this out. I ain't been home. You ain't heard from me in so long. You don't know why. You know, you was worried about me, da-da-da-da. All right? And she already know what it is. And, you know what I mean? Boom. And she let me know what happened. They come, they got their light shining, da-da-da-da, whatever. She ain't heard from me. She ain't seen me in how long. And you know what I mean? Or we sleep, shit. We sleep. Y'all can knock. You know, so shout out to my mama because she already know how this shit go. Y'all be telling me, I'm worried about you, Faye. How you think my mama feel? Somebody who know her son. She know her son don't got no negative intentions. She know her son ain't coming out here to hurt nobody. But she know her son ain't no hoe either. But he ain't never said anything he ever got into, anything he ever did, he was responding. He ain't never did nothing to nobody just to do nothing. He was protecting himself. You know, she know her son. You feel me? Exactly. And she was in this. She done seen before what I seen. So everybody had their way. So no, it ain't no. This ain't no. This me doing what I can do. That's why I say if we screaming for our help, then save us from ourselves. If I'm too loud and wrong about what I'm saying, save me from myself then. Help me then. If I'm crashing out, help me. Simple as that. All these people watching me. Don't this sound familiar? Don't this sound so fucking familiar? Y'all be thinking I'm rehearsing this shit. It's like the same shit. If everybody's so goddamn worried about me, then why ain't nobody came out to help me? Help me. I'm not saying I can't be wrong. But if I'm saying, hey, y'all, I can't even, this happening over here, this happened, don't ignore that. They got this situation going on, y'all. They saying this, they doing this. Don't ignore it until some shit go down and it's like, oh, we should have helped them. Then who you helping at that point? Other than yourself, for the views that it garners and the attention that you speak on me for the viral moment. No. You feel me? So I'm honored. I'm super honored. You know my mama old school. She's still talking about the popo. Y'all. Jesus, my mama just hit me up. I was at the studio. She said, what's up? Where you at? I said, I'm recording a letter to Farrakhan. She said, oh, do your big one. I said, on me. She said, ain't that what y'all say? I said, Jesus Christ. I live to see the day. Yes, I'm going to do my big, I'm going to perform the enormous one. I said, Lise, I said, Jesus Christ, Lena. Yeah, okay, do your big one. Turn up. You know what I mean? That don't mean they corny. Y'all got to know something, right? They used to just say different shit. So, OGs used to be like, Shouty. Shouty, nah, Shouty, they ain't finna fly, Shouty. You still got some real Atlanta motherfuckers that'll still say Shouty. They'll still say it. You know what I mean? But they elders was talking about some shorty. Ain't that what y'all be saying, shorty? What is it with, why? Hell no. Hell no. Our elders used to be like, the hell are you talking about? We were talking about, hey, come out. We just made it shorter. It's more convenient. We ain't got time to be saying all that extra shit. Hey, come out. What the hell are you talking about? What is the meaning of the conversation that we're having at this very moment? Man, I got time for that shit. Hey, come out. HYTB. You know what I mean? Elders used to be like, you ain't talking about anything. You aren't having a conversation about anything in this moment. All right? Niggas that was a little older than us say, you ain't talking about nothing. Niggas a little bit older than us say, you ain't talking about nothing. The younger generations don't even say shit, but they like, nah. You think them niggas talking some nah. No, they saying you aren't having a conversation about anything worth listening to. What? Nah. All we telling you is time is speeding up. You know what I mean? If time is speeding up, then the words got to speed up. That's all we saying. Don't get us wrong. You guys aren't talking about anything. Nah. You ain't talking about nah. Only time they gonna say a lot of words when they intentionally trying to finesse. He ain't talking about nah. He ain't talking about Nathan Jr. He ain't talking about Nathaniel Jr. the third. He talking about nah. I fear for the next generation. They ain't gonna say shit. They ain't gonna have no more syllables. Yeah, that might be telepathic communication by that time. You gotta have some type of telepathy to understand what the fuck we be saying. I know that for sure. I know. I know that ear be a motherfucker trying to hear what the fuck nigga saying. What did he say? Did he say Nan? Is it Nan? Nan, right? You don't have to pronounce the whole shit. They're like trying to tell somebody how to say Atlanta. It's a tongue. It takes time. Atlanta? You mean Atlanta? No, Atlanta. Atlanta. No. You don't have to say the T. Drop it. Just forget. Act like the T ain't there. Atlanta. But people came before and said ATL. You know what I mean? You know if you finna get robbed if you with a nigga talking about some Atlanta. This is Atlanta. This is absurd. Yeah. Oh, here's my wallet. You know what I mean? They used to get robbed back in the damn 80s. Motherfuckers used to pull up and be like, you already know what time it is. You know what I mean? Now niggas be like, it's just a few words. No, what the fuck going? Know what the fuck going? And you better know. If you don't know, they go there and explain it. They will explain it. I think they are that considerate. It ain't like they leave you out there in the gray, which I can't say about those people. They do consider people. They explain it. You already know what the fuck time it is. Translated to know what the fuck going. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas don't say shit. They just look at you. Like you don't get it. They'll do the little move of the hand. They look at the gun. This is the gun. I pointed at you. There's a ski mask. You know the next steps. Different generations. Different generations. You know? It's different. Yeah, you know what it is. You know what time it is. That gotta be a crazy feeling. Cause like, how you respond to that? You know what it is. Okay, but let's say I don't. Let's just say I don't know what it is. Could we call this a day? What if I have not been informed today about this type of occurrence? I remember I was outside with a whole bunch of hood niggas. We shooting a video. Nigga was talking about how they had just robbed a nigga. And I was asking them why the hell they ass didn't go up to Buckhead and rob niggas. They were looking at me like, first of all, they were confused. Then there was another moment of audacity like, nigga, don't you know we'll rob you? And I just stood there looking at them. I know everything you say. I'm aware of all those outcomes I'm familiar with. Right? And we went on and had a conversation. But I knew a lot of them niggas anyway, so it was like, it wasn't too foreign. But I was like, shit, sometimes nigga don't feel like it. They're like, what you talking about? I said, nigga don't feel like being robbed sometimes. Y'all know that? Like, nigga, I'm at the point in my life, this was a while ago, maybe 2020, maybe 2019. I said, I'm at the point in my life, nigga try to rob me. I'm just like, bro, I'm tired, bro. I don't got time for this shit. Nigga looked at me and said, made one sound. And everybody laughed. He was like, "Fah!" And everybody laughed. I was in on the joke. I didn't like the joke. But I was in on it. He was like, shit, that how nigga get killed. They telling the truth, though. Fah! And everybody got to laughing. I mean, they were finna rob a nigga while I was there. Nigga was shooting, somebody else was shooting a video in their hood and then check in. They were finna rob the nigga. I ain't even see how that went down, or if it went down. So it's just different times. I see the fear in the elders' eyes when they look at us. You know, that's unfortunate. It makes sense, but it's still unfortunate. You know, these are y'all children. You know what I mean? Or your children's children. Still your children. But they look at us with so much fear. And it really be the men. That's another thing. The elder men be afraid of us, but the women be like, they'll hit your ass with a purse. They still try to talk to us. At least the women do. Niggas be scared. The women gonna be like, you ain't listen. You ain't taking this from me. You not taking this from me. I know your mama. Yeah. Shit. I think the women need to lead, y'all. I think it's time. Need to let them elders, sisters speak and lead. The Eastern Stars need to be given more platform. And they not going to do it unless they know y'all going to listen. You know? It's just time. Yeah. Yeah. The women just got here. Yeah, I think it's time for y'all, you know. It's time. It's a whole new world when that happens. A new fantastic point of view. Let Jasmine lead and see if some shit change. If it don't change, shit, it might not. If it get worse, it might well go back to being the men rulers. Fuck it. But if it get better, it's like, I don't know. We probably don't need another one of these. We could forego the next patriarch. I'm just saying it doesn't have to come back, is all I'm saying. Nah, I mean, if I see a dog, like a profile that's a dog, oftentimes they be trolls, so I just be like, you know. Maybe it's a troll, maybe it's not. But most of the time, the dog pictures be like the trolls. All right, anybody got any questions? Letter to Farrakhan will be out soon. Any other questions? Fundraiser's still going. If y'all want to get in contact with me about that, you know how to hit me. We raising $144,000. The goal is to get it by April. That's the goal. Whoever you are, you can help. What do the funds go to? The funds go to music videos. Most importantly, studio time. You got a song, you got a movement. You know what I mean? That one recording of Source created a whole movement, went viral. A song dropped in 2021. You never know what song is going to do what. So more studio time, more music videos, more content, more outreach, right? The more we raise, more giveaways, more things we can do in the communities to help certain people. We are nowhere near where I see we can go. But we getting there. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about us. People. Not black people. People. We nowhere near that yet. Where I see we can be. But we getting close. All it takes is one person. That's all it takes. But I already showed y'all 10 bands, so I'm for real about saving, making the bank trips, converting the funds over to cash. I showed y'all that in real time. Yeah, just keep saving this shit up and get ready to mobilize. Get prepared to bring in that new blue sun. And in the meantime, we're going to be burning that green light. Pushing the green light, healing with the green light, promoting the green light, and watching the rest of the red light fall. Because notice after the red light, or after the green light movement started to take off, the red light started to fade. And you see more and more green lately. I wonder what happens on St. Patrick's Day. Green light mixed with a green holiday. We'll see. Yeah, my bad. I ain't put the Cash App out there. If you want to support what I'm doing, here go one of the ways. That's one way. You can Cash App. It's been some amazing stuff. Some amazing happenings. Some amazing occurrences that I mean, unless you subscribe, some people don't even know about. I'm grateful for all of it. You know. I heard about his tomb. Yeah, I heard about that. Hukanum, I see you. Go ahead. Oh, that's another thing. Are y'all interested in learning Nuwapu, the ancient Egyptian language that I grew up speaking? Are y'all interested in learning that? When y'all hear me say stuff like Rahubad and Ashuk and Hotep, and when the brothers are saying Zamal and the sisters are saying Zamal Dad and Gadad and Gadak Dad, and are y'all ready for that? Like how the brother says in Takatharfu, which is saying you are welcome. Right? Are y'all interested in learning that? Because if so, I have Mrs. Faise. We have Mrs. Faise, who was very opportune to be able to learn a lot about the language, a lot more about the language, the tones, and we could all take time to learn it together and bring in the solstice in a very powerful way. If you understand what I'm saying. If not, then, you will. But if y'all are ready for that, we'll start speaking that and learning that. And it's just study language, and you'll figure out that there are genetic activations in the brain that take place when you learn a new language. So it can't do anything but help you. It can't do anything but enhance you. It cannot hurt. So if you're ready for that, y'all let me know. I see y'all though. But we're going to learn. We'll come here and probably do 10 words a day. Starting after the fast probably. I know I really want to observe this fast. Not even just not eating. I need to go to a very, very, very distant place to hear a very, very, very close voice. The album, I don't know. It might be soon, but it will have to be before the solstice. The album that the brother is asking about is called The Marriage of the Lamb. I was going to say Wedding of the Lamb, but I stuck to Marriage. Or maybe it might change to Wedding. We'll see. You can still get the 10 books. Send your email with them. We're sending out another order today. Y'all know we send them out in waves too, right? So it's not always just the one person send and one person can get their books. It's like sometimes the books load up and then we send it out as a wave. Like a lot of people get their book at one time. I haven't seen your comments. That's the reason. Yeah, that's a fact, though. Nuwapu did make learning other languages or even speaking their tongues easier. That is a fact. I don't know who gets the next letter. I didn't know Farrakhan was going to get the next letter. I just thought about it. And then it came. Bless up. So y'all ready for this fast? What y'all gonna eat? What y'all doing? What y'all doing to bring in the fast? Y'all make sure y'all staying warm out here in this unnatural cold. All right? Make sure you continue to take your supplements, your vitamins. Drink your teas. Drink your waters. And take care of each other. Look out for each other. Look out for your family. Look out for yourself. You want some lemon pepper wings? We don't eat wings no more. We don't eat chicken no more. We don't eat meat at all. I know, but it's like we don't do that no more. We don't do that anymore. If you ain't caught up, hey, look. Then if you've been eating meat, then fine. And if you still was eating meat, then enjoy your lemon pepper. After that, starting with the fast, okay? We no longer eating meat. And when we come off the fast, we're no longer eating dairy, as in cheese for sure. No milk, as in cow milk. And no dairy, as in cheese. And, everything else, we're going to get it together. We're going to get all this shit together. Y'all know how we roll. Yeah, we're not eating meat. We did not. After January 1st, nobody who been walking should be eating meat. And if you didn't know, that's fine. Now you do. Like I said, if you didn't know, you want that lemon pepper, you've been eating. Listen, you deserve to eat what you want to eat, and you didn't even know. Go get that shit. You say lemon pepper spicy. That's new. Get that shit, enjoy it. You know what I mean? And then get ready for your fast. I myself used to fuck up a 10-piece honey hot. What? Wet. With the damn peach drink. I used to fuck that shit up. Now, let me tell you, as a matter of fact, the last days of December, when I had some wings near me, they smelled dead. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not making this up. And I asked Mrs. Faye, I said, yo, you smell that shit? She couldn't smell it, but she said, I know what you're talking about. I said, this shit smell like blood almost. It's like, it smelled dead. I said, it smelled like I'm not even supposed to be eating that shit. I'm for real. And I hadn't even stopped eating meat. And it started already. I was like, yo, every time I would try to do this shit, it's like, sometimes you can try to overlook certain shit. I couldn't do it. It's like, this shit really smelled like something died. I don't know if y'all ever experienced that, but that ain't natural. But I remember when the Caleb dude out of the Noah movie said he wasn't going to eat meat no more. He'd say he decided not to consume that stuff. I remember that. That's what I think I might do. I might watch the movie Noah. And I know I said we're going to watch it together. But I might watch that movie. Yeah, it is dead, obviously. I mean, shit. The plants is dead, too. Once you cut them up out the root, yeah, I know they dead, too. But, hey. They actually smell dead. Smell bloody. So I was like, yeah, that's not something wrong. Anybody else felt ready when we stopped eating? Did anybody else just feel ready? I felt ready. Y'all know I ain't none of them. I'm not